Hi, my name is Subhan Mansoor and I'm a Client Success Manager at Enertiv. Now today in this video, we'll be talking about what to do when your best building operators retire. Now this is a problem that the entire industry is facing these days. Now when your best building operators retire and go away, they take with them a lot of hands-on experience and institutional knowledge that they have acquired over all the years that they've been working at the site. Now what we mean by this in particular is something like building layouts, quirks, tenant needs. For instance, you have a specific tenant like a law firm that requires more operational hours when it comes to HVAC. You could be talking about hands-on experience, how to prioritize and repair certain pieces of equipment and how to evaluate, the impact of those repairs as you go along on a day-to-day basis. Now, when a new person comes in, he doesn't have all of this information. He's basically starting off with a blank sheet. Now, what we mean by this is that this person is going to take all this amount of time in order to get up to speed and to a point where this person was already at. Now, this is a problem that can be solved by one very simple solution called a digital twin. Now, a digital twin is essentially a digital replica of your physical asset. It houses all the digital repositories of the information, such as the ones that we've discussed, the ones that this experienced person has. You can clone and store all of that within the digital twin in real time. Now, this person would leverage the digital twin and his or her learning curve would be accelerated a huge amount. And this is all the time that we would be saving before this person can immediately begin to start adding value to the organization. Now, we've talked about all of this on a conceptual level and seen how all of this fits together. But let's apply this to an actual situation that we at Enertiv ourselves experienced with a client. A fire alarm at a particular building went off, and along with it, certain associated pieces of equipment like HVAC air handling units went off as well. Now, if this person were on site, then he would have known exactly what fire alarm went off on what floor and what pieces of equipment needed to be brought back up online in case of a false fire alarm, which was in this case. But if a new person was on site, now this guy would have to go all the way to locate wherever the building layouts were, open them up, and then see what pieces of equipment were associated with what fire alarm, and thereby all of this process was going to take much longer time as compared to someone who was already experienced in this regard. Now, with the digital twin, this person knew exactly what fire alarm went off and what pieces of equipment were associated with that fire alarm that went off as well. And the digital twin also empowered this person to see exactly where the controls of those equipments are and how to bring them back up online. So what we're essentially talking about is that the response time that this person would have taken if he were in this position would have been the exact same with a new person empowered with the digital twin. Now, this is one of the ways that we could solve this entire problem of what to do when your most experienced and your best building operators retire. Again, my name is Subhan Mansoor, and I hope you learned something interesting today. Have a nice day.